Hey everyone, I'm back. So I was just walking down the street because there was a little mishap with my work schedule. Somehow my shift just got magically canceled and disappeared. And it was funny because I had this video idea right beforehand. So I thought this was a sign to sit down and use this time to film this video. Something that has been really circulating in my head because I have been wanting to post videos online and create content and just, connect with people more than where my circle currently reaches. And it really stems, we all have our soul purpose and there's many layers to that. And I really feel one of my layers of my deepest purpose is about, spirituality, reaching our highest potential, our divine selves, while understanding that the way our system and society isn't built for that. We live in a very male-dominated society, a very masculine rooted society, very masculine energies, logic, very direct, disconnected from nature. I live in New York City, so I'm in the heart of it. And I know many people also probably live here, of course, and anywhere else, especially in America. We're just very in a masculine-dominated society. And I feel within me I'm meant to connect with others who have this longing of connected with their deep, sacred selves, but they look around and there's just so much disconnect. It's hard to fully embrace and walk that path when everyone around you doesn't understand or doesn't get it. You see things past the illusion. You see all the synchronicities and all the layers and the truth. There's so much truth when we just peel back the veil. Every day I go about my life and I see so much, and I know I'm not the only one. And I feel like many people embarking this path, we don't have, I say it is a luxury to fully live within nature, that full mystic path, being with, your sisters and just like fully living off the land. I mean, at least for me, that's that's the end goal, having my land with the people whom I love and creating this beautiful community that's fully just honoring Mother Gaia, the earth, the land. It's very sacred. But I know there's so much more I need to do first. So much more I need to do now. And I see it so clearly when I sit with myself and I really get to know who I am. So this is just me kind of showing a little bit more of me and kind of more about what I want to share here on this channel. Even when I was thinking of my channel name, The Electric Fae, I felt like that really encapsulated kind of my essence a little bit, because the Fae, the fairy, I feel like I really do connect with that essence and that energy. It's very mystical, not mystical, magical, it's fairy. But the electric aspect really does symbolize just this energy that I have within me that is very drawn to living in a city. I love the connecting with people and the opportunities that it brings. There is so much life in a city. And this just really stems to all these other layers of my purpose, of how we can understand the system that we're in and reintegrate living systems within it. How can we still embody our full, sacred, divine selves while living in this society that's clearly not built for that? You know, there's not just one mask. I go about my day and I really try to think about how I can embrace my multifaceted nature when everyone is just fitting a mold. And yeah, just so that for a second. For me as well, I really think about through my journey, the past few years especially, just as I've been really accelerating my spiritual journey, things just be happening and it's like, oh, in my face, in my face. I'm like, what are the masks that I put on and where and when do I wear them? Why do I do it? It's a form of protection. At the end of the day, we wear masks to protect ourselves, our true selves. And as I've been really peeling back all those masks and those layers and really understanding who I am and who my soul essence is, you never fully understand that. That's the whole journey of life, is really that remembering of why we came here and who we are and our different purposes we came here to serve. We're all here to serve a higher purpose. And it's just a matter of sitting with ourselves enough to hear that. What lights you up? And what are you here to do? And I feel like, especially just living in a city, so many of us, it's like you graduate school and the thing to do is you get a job, and then many people have debt and you have to pay that off, and it's just like you get into this cycle. Life happens. It's bound to happen. And it's like, how can we move through life but still honoring our truest self? Because many of us in our society, they get locked down to a traditional corporate job, and then when they get out of that job, they're too tired or drained to do what truly fulfills them, and they just end up in this cycle that's really unfulfilling. But it's like, after hours, they don't have the energy to do what they want to do, and that's you get off track that way. And I feel for people like that, and there's so many of us doing that. And I just want to say, you're not alone. We're all just trying to figure it out, and it's real. There's this collective energy of disconnect, and I feel like in general it really is rooted in America, our country. I think other places in the world, I have a lot of international friends, the way they live isn't the way we do. And when I hear about the culture, and I'm planning on traveling, actually at the end of the summer, which I'm really excited about. But when I hear about these other cultures, I'm blown away with how it's structured and the priorities, because I'm like, I couldn't even imagine work not being a top priority in other societies. Like, no, like they work just to make the money, then they can live their life. But it's like, no, like here it's like work is our whole life. And I'm like, how can we make work fun for us? And when you're living in a soul alignment state, work doesn't feel like work. And everyone deserves that. Everyone deserves to live in their soul-aligned state. Because when you're in flow state, because when you're aligned, you're in that flow state and everything just feels easy and good. That's when you're open enough to let the abundance flow in. And if we can all achieve that, I see it. And many people might think, oh, you dream too big, or you have to look at the facts, the realities. There's a lot of shit that happens in the world, and yes, of course, I acknowledge that. I feel that. I feel the pain. But I feel like I'm here just to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and to find others who also see that version that is so obtainable, so light-filled and full of abundance. And yes, maybe I do dream too big, but I don't think it's dreaming too big, because I think, and I know, I know so deep within me, there is a reality that we're so enmeshed with nature and the natural world, even when living in a city. And I'm actually, I could get into this as a whole other video, but I am working on like a passion project right now, and I have a team of people helping me, and it really comes to this core of how we can live in harmony with nature while living in a city. And just me coming on here, I feel like I can talk to people and just kind of give a little more taste of me and my journey as well. And we're all just trying to figure it out, and I feel like finding a community of people who also feel this same way, because at the end of the day, it takes a village. It really does. And, I'm seeking other people who also catch my drift. There's so much beauty in every day, in everything. There's so much love and light, and I feel like a lot of people are blind to it, because there is a lot of shit happening in the world. But I know that as a collective, we will get there, and just taking it one day at a time, and really each day at a time. How can we live this day to our fullest, and think, how would my higher self act right now? How would she embody this day? Yes. Our lives are too precious and special and divine to not be living to your fullest potential and to your fullest every day. We are meant for so much more. Even when you think you can see it, there's just so much more out there. And just to fully sit back and bask in the love and the light, and just be open to receiving all of our good. Because there's just always so much more to uncover. And it's so beautiful. So fucking beautiful. Thank you guys so much for getting through this video and joining me on this journey. It really fills me with so much love, and also just gratitude on my own path to be getting the courage and confidence to speak in front of a camera, to put myself out there. And it excites me to connect with people. It really, really does. And I will see you guys next time. On that note, I'm sending you all love and light and abundance. Peace and love. Goodbye.